Welcome, in front of me is an HTC U Ultra, and today I'll show you a couple tweaks and tricks that I can do on this device. So starting off, we're going to go into the second display option, which is this display up here that I can just interact with. So to get started, let's go into the settings, and from here you have the second display, and you have these options right here which you can check on. So active when the main display is on, active when the main display is off. Now the first one is enabled by default and the second one is actually disabled. And show notifications, I think it's also disabled, so you can check them on if you want to. You can also tap on the second display right here and then choose what things actually show up in here, and if you don't want some, you can hopefully remove them, I would assume, just by, okay, there we go, by checking them off. So you can, for instance, remove most of them, and you have also other settings that you can enable or disable right here. You also have a timeout for it, which you can interact with. Let's go back. This, there we go. So then once you have this enabled, you can actually elect the device. It interacts with the movement. So if I, for instance, place the phone on the table and pick it up, it should, there we go, light up. Now it's fairly faint, but you can see the time right here. That's what it shows by default, and you can also swipe on it to gain access to a couple other things right here, toggles and stuff like that. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the keyboard themes. It just allows you to customize the default keyboard that the device comes with. So by default it's fairly bland. Let's quickly show you how it looks like. So if I tap somewhere where I actually need to write something, there we go. So you have this kind of keyboard. So if you want to customize it, we can go into settings, and from there, where am I? Personalize, there we go, and then scroll all the way down to keyboard color, and you have basically an entire plethora of themes that you can choose from. So they look like they're primarily free, but based on the fact that you actually have the mark that they're free, I assume there's probably some that are paid, so keep that in mind. But once you download some of them, you can also find them right here, and now as you can see, they're also default ones, and I think, I would assume this one has been downloaded, although I might be wrong, but you can change it around and you can see that it automatically gets changed. So you can choose whatever you like. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna go into the animation speed, which will allow you to change the animation of, well, all the windows, how quick they slide up, down, in, out, whatever the animation of it is. You can change it to be, for instance, a little bit quicker. So let's go into the settings again and then scroll all the way down to about. No, wait, not here, my bad. So about and software information, I would assume. Yep, there it is, and you have their more build number. Tap on that 7 times, and once you do, now I have a pattern, so it tells me that I need to confirm it. If you don't have any kind of protection of your device, it will just tell you you are now a developer, and that will be it. But if you do, you will actually have to confirm it. And once you confirm it, you can go back to the main settings page, and now you should have a new option called developer options right here. And in here, a little bit past halfway, you will have the animation speed. So you have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animation duration scale. And each one of them corresponds to a different animation. So you probably want to set all of them, all 3, to, for instance, half speed, which will improve the animation speed by basically being twice as fast as it previously was. And now if I go into recent, open stuff, it now goes twice as fast. So moving on, we're gonna go into just a simple thing that you can use. It's a double tap to, for instance, wake up the display and also to lock it. So once you tap on the display, it needs to be kind of like a firm tap. It wakes it up so you can get a glimpse on notifications, stuff like that. Then you can double tap on it again and it locks it back up. And also you can customize it if you, for instance, don't have it enabled and it doesn't work for you. You can go into the settings, then go display gestures and buttons, and now let's find motion launcher gestures, and here you have several things you can check on. So you have double tap to wake up, and you have swipe up to unlock, swipe left to go home on the screen. How does this work? Swipe left like that. Well, it doesn't seem to work really well, unless I'm not really sure how, unless so yeah, you have a couple of things you can mess around with here. Try to enable them and see how it works. So that was one, and then also it has a kind of interesting way of launching a camera. So you can, when your device is locked, you can swipe twice down. There we go. And once you do, it launches a camera. Now, oops, let's try that again. And you can see it launches it fairly well. So let's go back. Now if you try to leave the camera, it will automatically lock the device back up, because well, that's how every device works. When you quick launch the app, it will still, if you try to quit it, it will still go back to the lock screen. And last thing, oh, I guess that was the last thing. So if you found any of these tweaks helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.